This is Keith Bryant, and today I would like to talk to you about how you can use the website pages add-on, as well as the custom template CSS and HTML add-on to um, replicate what you saw in the other site. And the reason why you would need these add-ons is they uh, they allow you to add a layer of customization onto your website, and I can show you how. So right now. We have homepage, design page, and several of the default pages this site gives us. But one thing that we could also do is add pages. And so over here, I have a page. I added a page called Hoko Gear, Northside Gear, and Warner Robins Gear. And these are all representative of high school football teams that that are in that are in my hometown. Okay, and so the page title was Robins Gear. The status HTML. The URL is /page/Robin's Gear. I elected to hide all of these pages from the menu. And so what you would end up with is you would end up with uh, um, a page, for example, with the extension /page/Hoko Gear. This will be important in the next step. Okay. So right now, in order to get to the Hoko Gear page, it would be awesomeshop.secure-decoration.com, which is the index, and /page/Hoko Gear. All right, so let's go back to the home page, which is just awesomeshop/secure-decoration.com. Um, and what you could do is you would go to the home page, and if you want those images to display on the home page, what you could do is you would go to the body content and um, and you would add these three pages by taking the following steps. You can click on source and you could add a UL. In this case, I gave you the ID of helmet shop. And then since there's three items, I added three list items. Within there, I used an A tag, which an A tag basically tells you could use it as an anchor tag, and you could use that as a link to other pages within the site or completely to other sites. Um, and so, and then wrapping around, and I use the A tag to wrap around the image tag, which you could see over here. So they wrap around the image tag. All right. Um, So you could give each of the elements any class it wants, but any class you want, but just make sure that those elements are there, and and that just make sure those elements are there. All right. So uh, I could add images by using this image icon, clicking here, and let's go ahead and browse server, and I could add an image folder to the server. For example, I could name this image folder Keith, and I could add images to this image folder. So it's always good to have a folder for your images. In this case, I just use IMG, and this is where my helmet images are stored. And so if I wanted to upload an image, I would first click the Choose File button, and let's just say I wanted to upload an image of this shirt. Okay, I would click that, and then I would upload that image from my computer. So let's go ahead and get rid of that shirt, okay? All right, and let's close this out. So, say you select the image. That image has a URL. You would just basically copy the URL to that image, and you would paste it. You simply just paste it into where you would have the image source. So there's a couple of key elements that I wanted to point out is that every element, the UL has an ID, the LI has a tag, and it has a class. The A has a class as well as an href, and the image has an alt, class, and a source. And all of these things are important. Okay, so after that, what you could do is, oh, and another thing. So what you could do is, as far as if you wanted to link it to another page, link to another page. What you could do is you could take this URL extension, page, /page /Hoko gear. So your site would be, so my site is awesomeshop.com, so I could go awesomeshop.secure-decoration.com /page /Hoko gear, and I could have my A tag for Hoko gear. My A tag for Hoko gear can reference that over here. So you see if in the where it says href, http // awesomeshop.com /secure-decoration.com /paste /Hoko gear. And as you see, it's the same for the rest. Once you name the page, you could actually have you could use its URL extension to create a link. All right. And so what that would give me is these items over here. I have the Hoko helmet that goes to Hoko gear. You see that? This is Hoko gear. The north side helmet that goes to north side gear. And as you see the URL extension right over here, right? And the Warner Robins helmet that goes to Robins gear. Now, how you could style it, you could actually take advantage of using a tool that comes in your browser called the Element Inspector, and you can use that tool to play around with how you would have your elements designed before you apply before you apply it to your CSS. So right over here, I have a couple of things. Like I gave the LI the class of choice. Then choice, I have an image tag. So you see choice, IMG, set the width to 100 and the height to auto. I know that sounds like doesn't really sound like it makes too much sense, but it works. As well as this, the UL has an ID of helmet. So within helmet and all the LIs that are children of the helmet ID has these associated styles over here. And once I played with these styles in the element inspector, I could then take it to my customized template in CSS once I have it, designed to my liking over here. Then I could copy and paste these styles that I've created, right? And I could paste them right over here within the custom template CSS, and I'll show you what's the difference between, and I'll show you what happens. I'm gonna go ahead and cut the CSS that I did add. So I'm gonna cut it, and I'll show you the difference. And the difference is that it all still works, but it doesn't quite align properly, and it has a dot right over here. So that's the difference between when CSS was added and when CSS was not added. So um, and so let me go back, add that CSS that I've added. And if we refresh, and it works out completely fine. Hopefully this helps. If you have any questions,